Hi, welcome back. This is Yoga with Francesca. My name is Francesca. Let's get started in child's pose. Lay down onto your mat, bring the knees wide onto your mat, bring the big toes to touch behind you, drop the hips down onto your heels and stretch the arms forward, rest the forehead down onto the mat. Close your eyes. Today is a traditional Sun Salutation A and Sun Salutation B practice. It's a great way to warm up your body or just calm down your mind, get connected with your breath. Or also you can add this to any kind of another shorter yoga practice before that. So you really nicely warm up your body, stretch out the body. So as you lay down into your mat, letting your eyes be closed, start to connect to your breath, start to focus to the inhales and exhales. And then start to make them a little bit deeper every time. Reach the fingertips a little bit more forward, stretch the fingers away from each other, start to drop the hips back onto your heels. Feel how your belly is engaged, but in the same time, you allow through the breath, the belly to soften every time when you exhale. Feel how the vertebrae are stretching away from each other. Now slowly start to walk the fingertips more forward, come up onto your spider fingers. Lift the forearms and elbows away from the mat and use the energy of the fingers to press your hips a little bit more closer to your heels. Find even more length, especially in your lower spine. With your next inhale breath, rise up into a tabletop position. Stack your wrist under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Pull the belly in and find that nice long spine reaching the crown of the head forward and the sit bones to the back. With the next inhale, drop the belly, lift up the gaze and the tailbone up to the sky, cow pose. Hold it here, peel the chest forward. And as you slowly start to exhale, round your upper back and tug the chin towards your chest. Press the shin bones down towards the mat. Breath to movement. Inhale, cow pose, microbend in the elbows as you lift the gaze up. And exhale as you come into your cat pose, round your back, press the shin bones down. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips high for your first downward facing dog. Keep the fingers separated away from each other. Find your foundation here. Rotate the triceps down towards the mat. Create more space for your head, for your neck, and let all the tension go from your neck. Let the head hang heavy. Keep lifting the tailbone high to the sky. Start to lower the heels down towards the mat. With the next inhale, shift forward into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Body is nice and strong. And then slowly press back into your downward facing dog. So fix the distance in between your toes and your fingers so you can slide forward and back in between downward facing dog and high plank. So hinge forward again, high plank, belly in, cores on, exhale back to downward facing dog. One more time, hinge forward, high plank, and this time slowly bend your elbows and lower down all the way to your belly. Keep the palms by your side, elbows are close to your body, shoulder blades sliding down onto your back. Press into all 10 toenails as you inhale, rise up into low cobra. Feel the lower back start to engage here, the muscles on the back. And then slowly release it down. Keep the chin at center, interlace the 10 fingers behind your back. Start to send the fist towards the heels and start to lift up the toes away from the mat. Keep the legs engaged, keep the legs straight. Reach back through the big toe, lift up even more. And then as you exhale, release it back down. Palms by your side, wrist underneath the elbows. And press yourself back up into a high plank position. Belly's on, legs engaged, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, step at the top of your mat, Ragdoll Utkatasana. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold in nice and deep, let the head hang heavy. Squeeze your outer hips, shift the hips over your heels. Inhale, come back into a halfway lift, flat spine. Place your palms onto your shin for the first round. Reach the crown of the head forward, tailbone back, nice flat spine. Exhale, with all the length, fold forward, deepest forward fold yet. Come into Ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, shift the body weight slightly forward into your toes, and feel your hips being stacked over the ankles. Let the whole upper body just to hang heavy, the head is heavy, neck is released. Maybe sway from one side to the other. Now release the fingertips down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Strong core, squeeze your outer hips. Place your palms onto your outer hips as you rise up. Tadasana mountain pose. Start to feel your feet grounding down into your mat. The kneecaps lifting, the legs are engaged. The belly is tight, but still feeling a lifting sensation throughout the left and right side body. Shoulders relaxing away from the ears. Shoulder blades sliding down into your back. Bring the hands to your heart center, Samastiti. You can close your eyes here just to start to connect to your breath. Feel the energy through the body. Feel the engagement in the body, but in the same time feel the releasing sensation all over your body. Shoulders are away from the ears. Now drop the arms by your side. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach the arms up and overhead. Triceps are still turning forward. The outer armpits are reaching up, but the inner shoulders are releasing away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands to your heart center. Let the head hang heavy from all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Palms onto the shin bones or maybe all the way down onto the ground. Create a flat spine as you pull the belly in. Find that lengthening sensation from the tailbone all the way to the crown. Bend your knees. Maintain a flat spine as you step back one leg at a time into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Keep the sensation of a mountain pose. Pull the belly in, like just slightly tug the tailbone under. For the first Chaturanga, drop the knees down from the tailbone to the crown of the head, one strong energy line. Keep the elbows to your side as you slowly bend the elbows, come down 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press into the tops of your feet. Spin the inner thighs up towards the ceiling. Shoulders away from the ears. Shoulder blades sliding back down onto your back. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Start to come back to your breath. Lift the tailbone higher. Lengthen out through the spine. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward with a flat spine. Release the fingers down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Urdhva. Exhale, step back, high plank position. Shift forward an inch, maybe on your knees, or maybe keep the knees this time away from the ground as you lower down Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press your chest bone through the arm bones. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, Urdhva, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up all the way to the sky. Exhale, Samastiti, hands to heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reaching overhead. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, keeping the hips stacked over the heels. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. If you decide to jump back, arrive with bent elbows to protect the elbow joints. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Keep working on the rotation of the arms, triceps down towards the mat. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. This time, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Sit back into your chair. Shift the body weight towards your heels and squeeze your outer hips. Squeeze your glutes as you drop the hips even lower, even deeper down towards the ground. Shift the shin bones more back towards your sit bones. Reach the arms. Exhale, stand up. Samastiti. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, press into the tops of your feet, keep the legs engaged. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Step the right leg forward in between the hands, drop the back heel down. The back leg is active. Inhale, rise up into warrior one. So as you stay grounded through the outer arch of the left foot, Keep the left kneecap lifted away from the mat. Feel the entire back leg being engaged and active. Use all that energy to slowly start to turn the left hip forward, and in the same time pull the right hip slowly and gently back, the right thigh bone back into its socket. Reach the arms. Step back, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Come up onto your fingertips. Pull the outer left hip back, the left thigh bone back into its socket. Squeeze the outer left hip. Keep the entire right leg engaged and reach up. Lift up your chest as you keep your belly engaged. Pull the belly in. Working on pressing the outer right foot down to the mat. Lifting the right kneecap away from the mat and working the right hip to go forward as you keep pulling the left hip back. Pull the belly in, lengthen out through the side body. Get out the curve from your lower back, activate your lower belly. Reach with the fingertips, rotate the triceps forward. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Belly in, tailbone up to the sky, squeezing the outer hips. Working the heels slowly closer to the ground. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in deep. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms, drop the hips. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come through heart center as you straighten your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to Chaturanga. Keep the elbows close to your body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, step back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one, reach up with the arms. Exhale, windmill the hands back to the earth. Step back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, using the core, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Exhale, Samastiti, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, step or jump back to your Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping the right foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Keep the back leg engaged. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Step back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale, arms back down to the mat. Step back, high plank. Lower down to your Chaturanga. That was one breath. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding your downward facing dog. Lift the tailbone high. More space for the neck, for the shoulders. Now gaze forward, travel to the top of the mat and sit down. Bend your knees, soles of the feet onto your mat. Reach the fingertips forward, using your core. Roll back down onto your back, onto your mat. Hug the knees onto your chest. Keeping the back of the head down onto the mat, coming into a twist. Let the knees fall to the right side as you keeping the shoulder blades down onto your mat, and bring the gaze over to the left side. Take a breath in here. Slowly come back to center. Both knees over to the left side as you bring the gaze over to the right side. Keep the shoulder blades down onto the mat. Keep them nice and heavy. Nice gentle twist. Bring the knees back to center. Give yourself a squeeze and a hug. Just find your Shavasana. Straighten your legs. Feet are at least hip distance apart. Palms by your side, facing up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Just listen to your breath. Slow down the breath. Gently start to give up on the breath control. You can stay in your Shavasana. If you're ready to move out, Roll over to your right side. Through fetal position, come up into a nice seat. Bring the hands to your heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Lift up your thumbs up to the third eye center. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks. Namaste.